chicken and waffles.
So I was rewatching one of my old Overdrive videos and realized that that just might have been my favorite era of the channel.
Why don't you pick on someone your own size?
I felt it was genuinely funny and went, you know what, maybe I should head back to Overdrive, I don't know. I fell off because it was losing me, but I wanted to see what else I could have been missing. And honestly, me coming back started off being like the very representation of this meme until I got to Mercury.
Oh. You'll never get away with this.
I think I realized I have the most fun with this series when it involves episodes in which the Rangers are doing everything they can to save each other, rather than just being bunched up together all the time. There's a really good episode where Matt gets kidnapped by Lord have mercy, I forget their names, Icy and Spicy, and he starts clowning them as a prisoner.
Marius was right, you know. You really are a nitwit. He said that?
Yeah. Yeah.
We better get those Zords fixed and fast. Who wants to be on my pit crew?
You have to ask us twice.
The Rangers start fixing up all the Zords themselves after they were destroyed in a battle, which is in no way believable for anyone that isn't Rose and maybe Ronnie. Like, what the hell is Dax and Will supposed to be doing? Holding the wrench?
Yes! I've got him. Oh, yeah!
I just love seeing them so heavily intent on saving each other and themselves. It harkens back to how much I praised their friendship in the previous video. They're so close and it's a lot of fun.
Hey, Mac!
Need some help? We got your back.
Come on, Rangers!
Yeah!
Let's show him our stuff!
The episodes can still feel somewhat long, but it at the very least feels like the time is evened out a bit more smoothly. Like, we're not consistently switching between locations every other minute like before, and it's very much appreciated. Acting-wise, where I saw Rose before, now I see Dax. Like, he's great in focus episodes, especially the one where he plays in a movie.
My movie career can wait. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Mr. Hartford.
But otherwise, he has moments where he's just playing lines up way too hard.
Nope. No jewel signature of any kind. It's just like your average piece of space quartz.
But he do be shining in the ADR, I gotta give him that one.
Drill blaster! Try laser! Go!
Look out, baddies! I'm ready to rock!
Bro, I love Ronnie. It's always the yellow ones, dude.
Hey! It's okay!
Get away from her!
Get away from her!
I do notice much of this season so far is a lot of Matt going off on his own, either saving his team or his team looking out for him. And that leads to the introduction of our 6th Ranger, who is basically given a 4-part intro arc. What? Tyzonn is a being from another planet, on Earth in search of a stone. Spicy finds him and transforms him into a monster for defying him. He then follows Spicy under the notion that he'd be reverted back to normal, but after siding with the Rangers, Tyzonn feels he'll never see his original self again.
He's a friend.
I'm sorry about what happened before. Please.
The Rangers' trust in Mac right off the jump is heartwarming, especially his father's trust. They have their wariness about Tyzonn, but know that Mac wouldn't lead them astray.
Would you care for some lemonade, sir?
Can I visit?
Tyzonn helps the Rangers find a vital piece of the Corona Aurora, and the jewels react, transforming him back into his humanoid form in the quickest, ugliest looking effect that we just like see happen and move on from.
Wow, it worked!
This has been an...
All right.
This 4-parter I feel has the issue that I had earlier on in Overdrive, where a lot of stuff feels like filler and things just take forever to happen. There's a lot of civilian fights and morph fights and long Megazord fights, and the actual plot is just sort of sitting there. Meanwhile, we know there's a 6th Ranger on the horizon, but we have to make sure we're filling out these episodes all the way. Tyzonn breaks down into Mercury because of monsters at the end of the Mercury first part, and then is immediately restored in the second part early on. Mac's father creates a morpher for Tyzonn, and after initial reluctance, he shows up to fight alongside them as the Mercury Ranger. Now, I say initial reluctance, but in reality, the entire episode was a bunch of him saying, nope, I can't do it, guys, I can't join you.
You are my friends. But now I must go. No, I'm sorry.
You are part of the team, right?
No. He doesn't want to join us. I'm sorry.
The loss of his fighting team due to a decision he made sees him refraining from fighting with a team again, and I just wish it didn't feel so long-winded. Like, maybe the fact that his story is in 4 parts in Overdrive of all series made it worse, but to me, him morphing wasn't really even the shining moment. It was more so Ronnie being the one to pull him back up to speed.
We don't always win. Sometimes the bad guys do, but we can't let that stop us.
That is what makes us heroes.
It would have been obvious to have Mac do it, but knowing Ronnie's heart and that sort of almost motherly role she has to the team, it just made the most sense.
Overdrive, accelerate!
His fight as Mercury, though, was pretty solid. Like, again, I just wish the rest of the episode didn't feel like it dragged. I will say I enjoyed most of my trek through Overdrive this time around. It felt like a lot less of a slog than it did initially. I do need to stress that this series isn't bad by any means. I feel it was just written in a way that makes things take longer than they really should. A lot of fluff should have been trimmed out, but then I guess we just wouldn't really have a full episode. I don't know, man. Now I'm making my own filler. Now that we have the full team here, I am looking forward to see what else we can get with Overdrive, and I know there's a really important one coming up along the horizon, but I am excited. Operation Over. I never know how to end these videos.
Chicken and waffles.
Amanda, Austin, Autistic Disney, Brandon, Chaco, Daniel, Emilia, Helen, Ian, Luke, Matthew, Quirky Girl.